I'm Kaptain Howdy, and I'm the devil, and I'm here to do the devil's business. Now the devil's business is hosting a horror movie spook show. Hey, in this economy, I'm just grateful to have a job.
Step right up, folks. Get ready for chills. Thrills. And spills.
Why, I oughta.
It's Kaptain Howdie'S Haunted Atomic Mystery Funhouse.
Hi, and welcome to Kaptain Howdie'S Haunted Atomic Mystery Funhouse. If you like great horror movies, this is the place. Well, if you like so-so movies, if you like old horror movies, and if you like comedies, and film noir, maybe a cowboy movie, whatever the heck I can afford, which ain't much. But hey, it's gonna be great. What I like to you? I'm going to base everything out of my old funhouse up on the surface. It closed about half a century ago. Right now I got my personal assistant running things.
Hey, in this economy, I'm just grateful to have a job.
Hey, Bonehead. The employment agency is going to send somebody over to apply for the co-host job. Make sure you let him in right away.
Okay, boss, sure thing.
Well, this is definitely the right place. 666 Condemned Funhouse Lane. But why would the employment agency send me to this place? This doesn't look like a place you go to apply for a job. This looks like a place you go to get murdered. Well, I'll go ahead and follow through.
Because
I'm Lumberjack Dave. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hey, boss, I think that guy from the employment agency is here.
Well, let him in.
Okay. Come in!
Bonehead, that is extremely unprofessional to yell like that. You should get up and answer the door and invite him in.
You know, I would gladly do that, boss, if I had a body with arms and legs. I'm just a skull on top of a box, for crying out loud.
I kind of forgot about that. Oops. Sorry. My bad.
Is this the first day you met me or something,
Look, Bonehead, I said I'm sorry, okay? You don't have to rub it in.
Yeah, just saying. Hello? Hello? Oh, there you are. I see you on the big screen up there on the wall.
Oh, so the interview's going to be a Zoom meeting. Well, that's a good idea. You can't be too careful nowadays.
Say, I don't know if you're aware of this, but you have one of those filters on that makes you look like Satan. Remember that viral video where the guy had the cat filter on and he didn't know he looked like a cat? Well, it's like that, only you look like Satan instead of a cat.
Satan? Oh no. He's a big guy. Big black horns, big black leathery wings, burning eyes like coals of fire. Handsome guy. No, I'm not Satan, but thank you for the compliment. No, my name is Captain Howdy.
Well, howdy, Captain Howdy. No joke there. I'm Lumberjack Dave. And I'm Bonehead, glad to meet ya. Ah! A hideous, horrible talking skeleton head thingy! Oh, okay. Bonehead, the amazing talking skull. It's one of the Funhouse animatronic thingies, okay? I thought it was for real there. You got me. This thing looks like it's 100 years old. I guess inside the cabinet here is where you have all the machinery, all the motors and the gears and the levers and the wires and the speakers and everything to make it work, huh? It's empty! Ah! A hideous, horrible, talking skeleton head thingy for real!
Now take it easy, that's just Bonehead. He's my personal assistant.
Well, what is it?
Well, a personal assistant is kind of like a secretary, you know, they answer the phone, write emails, fetch coffee. Well, Bonehead can't fetch coffee because he doesn't have arms and legs.
I know what a personal assistant is, but what is this thing?
Well, he was originally a condemned soul. See, he was a sinner that didn't make it on board Noah's Ark, and he drowned in the Great Flood. And about 100 years ago, I took his soul and I repurposed it into this Funhouse amusement that you see. Hey, that's showbiz, baby!
Sinner. Ah! What a load of baloney! I was only a glutton for crying out loud.
Oh, we have had this conversation 1,000,000 times before, literally. Bonehead, what have I told you about gluttony?
I know. It still counts as a sin. Gluttony's a sin. Blah, 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 blah. You've been telling me all that for the last 100,000 years.
That's right, it still counts as a sin. I don't make the rules, I just have to follow them like everybody else.
You've been telling me that for the last 100,000 years, too. Don't worry, I don't bite.
Actually, he does bite, so you might not want to get too close until he gets to know you better. At least not right away.
Huh?
I'm just kidding.
Okay, good joke.
Seriously though, all your tetanus shots are up to date, right?
Listen, I think I'm in the wrong place. I was sent here by the employment agency to talk to Mr. Theo DeVille about a job.
Well, the employment agency always gets that wrong. No. It's not Theo DeVille, it's the devil. That's me.
Wait a minute, you're the actual devil?
Yes.
I'm Captain Howdy. And I'm the devil.
Well, I thought the devil was Lucifer or Satan or Beelzebub or somebody like that.
Oh, well, you see, there's more than one demon, and we demons are actually very democratic about taking turns of being the devil. The original devil was Lilith, and then it was Lucifer after Lilith retired, and then later on it was Baal and Abaddon, and he was Abaddon. Little devil up there. So on down the line, yada yada, Molech, and then down the line, yada yada, Beelzebub, and then Satan, and Mammon, and yada yada down the line. In the Middle Ages, you had Demogorgon, and Baphomet, and yada yada yada. In the Reformation, you had Mephistopheles, yada yada yada. And then eventually I took over in 1968 when Cthulhu retired.
You know, I remembered I forgot to do something at home.
What did you forget?
I forgot to stay there. Bye. Well, wait, don't you at least want to apply for the job?
Well, what kind of job? What do you want me to do? You going to turn me into something like this, or do you want me to buy people's souls for you?
No, I'm just looking for a horror movie co-host.
No, he doesn't need you to get people to sell him their souls. Right now in this economy, it's a buyer's market.
Co-host for a horror movie spook show? Well, I guess I could do that. That wouldn't be evil.
Today's movie is White Zombie with Bela Lugosi.
Well, actually, I know something about White Zombie and Bela Lugosi. Bela Lugosi was born Bela Ferenc Dezső Blasco in 1882 in Lugos, Hungary, now part of Romania. He would eventually adopt the last name Lugosi in honor of his hometown. Over the years, he was married 5 times and had one son, Bela George. At age 12, Lugosi dropped out of school and began acting. After playing small parts on the stage in his native Hungary, Lugosi gained his first role in a film in 1917. He served in World War I and earned many medals and rose to the rank of lieutenant. After his army service, he left Hungary in 1919 and acted in several films in Weimar, Germany, before arriving in the USA. Bela's big break came in 1927 when he was cast as Count Dracula in the Broadway adaptation of Bram Stoker's novel. This would lead to his being cast in the Universal Pictures 1931 film Dracula, directed by Todd Browning. Bela was part of what is known as the original Dark Universe and played not only Count Dracula but Frankenstein's pal Igor and the Frankenstein monster. Lugosi was Universal's first choice to play the Frankenstein monster, but turned down the role, a decision he later regretted. The role went to Boris Karloff instead. Years later, Lugosi took the part of the monster in Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman. Lugosi played as Frankenstein with his arms stretched out since the monster had been blinded in the previous Frankenstein movie. Ironically, when you see people imitating Frankenstein with their arms stretched out, they're actually remembering the Lugosi Frankenstein monster, not the Karloff one. Since horror movies in the 1930s were often set in Europe, Bela played an important part in the horror movie genre. His thick Hungarian accent was both a blessing and a curse, as it often caused him to be typecast. He was often paired with Boris Karloff, whom he had a friendly rivalry with since Karloff was able to get top billing. Lugosi usually played movie villains such as gangsters, mad scientists, Arab sheiks, and of course vampires. To avoid being typecast, he occasionally took smaller parts in non-horror films to show his versatility as an actor. In 1932, Bela was cast in White Zombie, which is considered to be the first feature-length zombie film. Although initially panned by the critics upon its release, White Zombie made a substantial profit, which paved the way for the sequel, Revolt of the Zombies, in 1936. Even though White Zombie isn't a Universal Studios picture, large portions of White Zombie were shot on the Universal Studio lot, and used many props and scenery from other Universal horror films. It's unofficially part of the Dark Universe. It also had an important cultural impact. As well as launching the zombie movie genre, the film would also inspire Rob Zombie to name his band after the film, and there's obvious influence of White Zombie in Francis Ford Coppola's Dracula, and that's just a couple of instances. If you like movies like Night of the Living Dead and the TV show Walking Dead, White Zombie is the film that started it all. Lugosi suffered from sciatic neuritis and received regular medication for it. This led to his addiction to morphine and methadone, although he did finally manage to kick his addiction a few months before he died at the age of 73. His addiction was well known to Hollywood producers, and over the final years of his life, the acting offers eventually dwindled down to a few parts in low-budget horror films, some of them directed by Edward D. Wood Jr. A very fictionalized account of this is depicted in the 1994 Tim Burton movie Ed Wood. Lugosi's last film was a brief non-speaking posthumous appearance in Edward D. Wood's Plan 9 from Outer Space in 1959. It's considered by some movie critics to be the worst movie ever made. Over the years, it's gained a cult following. It's one of those movies that's so bad it's actually good. Bela died in 1956 at the age of 73, and granting his final request, he was buried in his Dracula cape. Bela had a long acting career that lasted 4 decades. He appeared in about 120 movies and made about 18 television appearances. Although Bela did not rise from the grave like Count Dracula, his film career has certainly gained him movie immortality.
Wow, I think we just found a horror movie co-host. I like him, boss. Can we keep him, please?
Well, let's see the movie first, and I'll let you know if I decide if I want the job or not.
Okay, Haunted Atomic Mystery Funhouse, start the movie.
Looks like a burial.
In the road? Driver, what is it?
It's a funeral, mademoiselle. They're afraid of the men who steal dead bodies. So they dig the grave in the middle of the road, where people pass all of the time.
Well, that's a cheerful introduction for you to our West Indies.
Do you know where is the house of Monsieur Beaumont? Zombie! Allez vite! Allez!
It's got like hands clutching me.
Why did you drive like that, you fool? We might have been killed.
Worse than that, monsieur. We might have been caught.
Caught? By whom? Those men you spoke to?
They are not men, monsieur. They are dead bodies.
Dead?
Yes, monsieur. Zombies. The living dead. Corpses taken from their graves. Or made to work in sugar mills, fields at night. Look! Here they come!
Look. Look.
Excuse me, please. Have you got a match? Did I frighten you?
I'm sorry. I'm ugly enough, I suppose.
No, it wasn't you. Something happened back on the road there. We stopped to speak to some men. Our driver told us they weren't men at all. He said they were corpses. Corpses? Surely you don't believe it, do you?
No. I don't know. Haiti is full of nonsense and superstition. They're always mixed up with a lot of mysteries that turn your hair gray. I've been a missionary here for, 30 years, and at times I don't know what to think. Come, let's go in the house.
Oh, yes.
Huh?
Come, Dick.
Is Mr. Beaumont in?
You're expected, Dr. Bruner.
Yes, I've been sent for to marry someone. Maybe. Oh, yes, excuse me. How long is it that you know Mr. Beaumont?
Oh, only a few days. Madeline introduced him on the docks in Port-au-Prince.
And you?
I met him on the ship coming from New York. He was very kind during the voyage.
So Madeline and I planned to be married the moment she arrived. But Mr. Beaumont persuaded us to come here. He promised to take me out of the bank at Port-au-Prince and send me to New York as his agent.
Strange. Very strange.
I'll tell Mr. Beaumont you're here.
Yeah.
It's all right, isn't it, Doctor?
Oh, I guess so. You see, I've only met Mr. Beaumont once or twice, but he never struck me like a man that'll take the trouble to play fairy godfather to a young couple like you. Unless
what, sir?
I suppose you'll think I'm a meddling old fool, but, I'd feel a good deal better if you'd clear out of this place after you're married and have nothing more to do with Mr. Bowman.
The young people have arrived, sir, and Dr. Brunner. They're waiting in the reception hall.
Show them to their room and tell them I'm out. No, wait. Perhaps I'd better see them. It might look odd if I didn't.
Very odd, sir. Especially as Dr. Brunner is a trifle skeptical as to your motives, sir.
Never mind my motives. Has that other person sent word yet?
No, sir, not yet.
He's 24 hours late.
I wish you'd keep away from that man, sir. He'll make trouble for you.
You needn't worry about that. I'm not afraid of him.
I'm not easily frightened, sir. You should know that. But what you're planning is dangerous.
Don't you suppose I know that, Silver? You don't seem to realize what this girl means to me. Why, I'd sacrifice anything I have in the world for her. Nothing matters if I can't have her.
I think you like Haiti. Most people that...
Oh, Madeline, I'm delighted to see you. Neil, you're more than welcome. Thank you, sir. Doctor, it was very kind of you to come. I know what a busy man you are.
No, not at all. There's a native family live out here that I've been trying to see for a long time. After this young couple are safely married, I'll leave.
But surely you'll stay for dinner after the ceremony.
No, I must run along.
Well, that's a great pity. We had something very special prepared for this occasion. It was very good of you, Madeline, to humor the whim of a lonely man. There was so little time to prepare. I couldn't do half the things I wanted to for you.
You've done more than enough already, Mr. Beaumont, for a comparison, giving Neil a position in the state.
Neil?
Yes, indeed.
Oh, yes, of course. I'm sure Neil will make a very good agent. But you must be tired after your drive. You'll get some rest. Silver. Silver will show you to your rooms.
This way, please.
Delighted to see you again, Monsieur Beaumont. Please. Please. I'm sorry that kept you waiting, monsieur. I have been on a journey, seeking men for my mill. Men? They work faithfully. They are not worried about long hours. You could make good use of men like mine on your plantation.
No. That's not what I want.
Then perhaps you wish to talk about the young lady who came to your house this evening.
You've seen her? When?
On the road tonight. There was a young man with her.
They're to be married tonight. You've waited too long to do anything.
What do you want me to do?
If she were to disappear for a month,
What do you hope to gain by her disappearance?
everything.
Everything. Do you think she will forget her lover in a month?
Just give me a month. One little month.
Not in a month. Not even a year, monsieur. I have looked into her eyes. She is deep in love. But not with you.
They're to be married within an hour. There must be a way.
There is a way. The cost is heavy.
You give me what I want, and you may ask anything. No. Not that.
Only a pinpoint, Monsieur Beaumont, in a glass of wine, or perhaps a flower. Take it. The time is very brief. You must do your share if I'm to help you. Keep it, monsieur. Keep it. You may change your mind. Send me word when you use it.
I'll find another way.
There is no other way.
driving away evil spirits. Close it. Close it. Mademoiselle.
I love you, Madeline, more than anything else in this whole world here. Heaven or hell lies a mystery from you. You can raise me up to paradise, or you can blast my world into nothingness. There's time even yet, dear. I can make you the envy of every woman. I'd give my life to make you happy. Oh, listen to me, dear, before it's too late.
Don't. Please.
Don't go into that room. We can be in Port-au-Prince in half an hour. There's a boat sailing at midnight.
You've been so wonderful. Don't spoil everything. Now.
One last gift before I lose you forever.
We are gathered together here in the sight of God and in the face of this company to join together this man, this woman in holy matrimony. Stay. Night of night.
A toast to the bride, to beauty's queen. Gladly, my lord.
Leave but a kiss within the glass. Fair gypsy,
Lead my fortune. What do you see in the glass?
I see happiness. I see love. Far more than you deserve.
Is that all?
No, I see.
What is it?
I see death.
Madam. Madam, what's wrong? Madeline, my dear, please.
Oh, no.
Madeline! Madeline! Can't we do something? She's... Madeline! My wife. My wife.
Grave of our Lord and Savior, and the love of God, and the fellowship of his angels, be with us evermore. Amen.
Neil. 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 Neil.
Look.
Zombies. Yes, they are my servants. Did you think we could do it alone? In their lifetime, they were my enemies. Leto, the witch doctor, once my master. Secrets I tortured out of him. Von Gelder, the swine, swollen with riches. He fought against my spells until the last. Him yet I have troubled tight. His Excellency Richard, once Minister of the Interior. Garcia, Brigand Chief. Marquis, Captain of Gendarmerie. And this is Chauvin, the High Executioner, who almost executed me. I took them. Just as we will take this one. But what if they regain their souls? They will tear me to pieces. And that, my friend, shall never be.
Madeline.
Madeline!
There's two explanations that strike me. Either the body was stolen by members of a death cult that use human bones in their ceremonies, or else...
Or else what?
She's not dead.
Not dead? Are you mad? I saw her die. The doctor signed a certificate. I saw them bury her.
Now, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm not mad. But I've lived in these islands for a good many years. And I've seen things with my eyes that made me think I was crazy. There's superstitions in Haiti that the natives brought here from Africa. Some of them can be traced back as far as ancient Egypt. And beyond that yet, in the countries that was old when Egypt was young.
Yes, but what has that to do with Madeline? I kissed her as she lay there in the coffin. And her lips were cold.
Let me explain. Now, just a minute. I'll explain. Wherever there is a superstition, you will find there is also a practice. Now, do you remember what your driver told you the night he took you to Beaumont's house?
Oh, about those horrible creatures we saw.
Yeah.
He said they were corpses, taken from their grave.
That's it. Now, wait. Now, that's the superstition. Now for the practice. The ghouls that steal the dead corpses from the graves are supposed to put them there in the first place.
Do you mean that Madeline was murdered so that somebody could steal her dead body?
Ah, nonsense. No. Not her body, yes, but not her dead body. That's what I
Well, surely you don't think she's alive in the hands of natives? Oh, no, better dead than that.
mean. Excuse me, please. Have you got a match? Thank you.
You don't believe that, do you?
Say, there's been lots of people that's been pronounced dead that came alive again and lived for years. Now, if nature can play pranks like that, why isn't it possible to play pranks with nature?
Oh, I don't know.
Your driver believed he saw dead men walking. He didn't. What he saw was men alive in everything but this and this.
Oh, the whole thing has me confused. I just can't understand it.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I've been trying for years to get to the bottom of this thing. To separate what you call fact from fiction. The law of Haiti acknowledges the possibility of being buried alive. Here it is in the penal code. I'll read it for you. It's in French. Do you speak French?
No.
Excuse me, please. Have you got a match?
Right here. Here's one.
Oh, thank you. I didn't see it. I'll translate it for you, if you should fit. Article 149. The use of drugs or other practices which produce lethargic coma or lifeless sleep shall be considered attempted murder.
Yes.
Attempted.
Yes, I see.
Yeah, all right. If the person has been buried alive, the act shall be considered murder, no matter what result follows.
Beaumont. Say, you said that you couldn't understand why he was so interested in us. Do you think he did this?
No, I think it's native work. Native work, exactly. Of course, if you want to, we can go to Beaumont's house first. If I can get my hands on the devil that's responsible for this, I'll make him such an example that every witch doctor in Haiti will be shaken in his sandals.
But we can't do this alone. Can't the authorities help?
Authorities? Neil, my boy, you don't know these islands. The native authorities are afraid to meddle. I'm not. I got friends among the natives. They'll tell me things that no gendarme could ever get out of. Because I'm a preacher, they think I'm a magician. Before we get through with this thing, we may uncover sins that even the devil would be ashamed of. Oh, these witch doctors.
Madeline. these things. They can't bring back the light to those eyes. I was mad to do this. But if you'd have smiled on me, I'd have done anything for you, given you anything. I thought that beauty alone would satisfy. But the soul is gone. I can't bear those empty, staring eyes. Oh, forgive me, Madeline, forgive me. I can't bear it any longer. I must take you back.
Back to the grave, monsieur?
No. You must put the light back into her eyes and bring laughter to her lips. She must be gay and happy again.
You paint a charming picture, monsieur. One that I should like to see myself.
You must bring her back.
Aren't you trifle afraid, monsieur? How do you suppose those eyes will regard you when the brain is able to understand?
Better to see hatred in them than that dreadful emptiness.
Perhaps you're right. It would be a pity to destroy such a lovely flower. Let's drink to the future of this flower. A glass of wine?
Silver, bring wine. We have a toast to drink.
To the future, monsieur. Only a pinpoint, monsieur, in a flower, or perhaps a glass of wine.
What are you trying to do to me?
I have other plans for mademoiselle. And I'm afraid you might not agree. I have taken a fancy to you, monsieur.
Silver! Silver!
To the future, monsieur.
Vulture. You.
No! Not that! Not that!
We ought to be picking up an old witch doctor around here pretty soon. His name is Pierre. I've known him for years. He's a great old fella. I don't know just where we'll find him.
Come, son. There are evil spirits in the road. I will give you an awanga. And here is one for the ox. Young man, he's sick with fever.
Here, say, wait a minute. We can't afford to have you sick. Neil, why don't you go over there? We got a hard day before us tomorrow. Now then, Pierre, come on. He's gone. We can talk.
It is a dangerous thing you asked me to do.
Oh, well, now listen here. You know, we're old friends, you and me, and I want to go on.
Turn back before it is too late.
No. I've come too far to turn back now.
I'm too old to go all the way with you.
Well, listen. Can't you get somebody to go with us?
My people are afraid of the mountain.
Why?
Because it is called the land of the living dead.
Well, have you ever been there?
I am the only man that ever came from there alive. There is an evil spirit man that is called murder. Come, I will tell you all about what it is.
Vultures. Just as old Pierre said, a cloud of vultures always hovers over the house of the living dead.
Madeline. Is she there?
No.
Oh, I must go and
No,
see.
no. Kneel, my boy. Please, lie down and rest. Please. You'll feel stronger in the morning. You rest. Let me go up and see what I can do.
Why is she so restless tonight? Perhaps she remembers something. We never remember anything when they are like that. No? Because he's cut off.
Madeline. Madeline.
No. I can't. You must. It's your turn. Let's run away. He might hear you. No, I can't stand it. I'm going to run away. He'll find you and make you like her.
Can you still hear me? It is unfortunate you are no longer able to speak. I should be interested to hear you describe your symptoms. You see, you are the first man to know what is happening. None of the others did. You refused to shake hands once. I remember. Well. We understand each other better now.
Madeline. Madeline, I found you. You're alive. Alive. What's the matter? It's I, Neil. Oh, my darling. What have they done to you? Who are you?
And what are they?
For you, my friend, they are the angels of death. Madeline, don't you know me, dear? It's Neil.
I could swear. For a moment she recognized you. Come on, don't let him get away.
Madeline, my darling.
I dreamed.
Excuse me, please. Have you got a match?
Well, Lumberjack Dave, what's your decision?
Okay, if I take the job, what will I make? Will I make a lot of money?
No.
401k plan?
No.
Dental plan?
No dental plan.
Health plan?
We do have a health plan. The health plan is don't get sick.
That's basically the same health plan I have now. Will I at least make minimum wage?
Well, no, I don't really pay you anything. See, after you die, then you come to Hades and you're mine for eternity, pretty much.
Are there any kind of bonuses at all?
Well, after you die and you're down here, I could have one of the succubuses molest you like every 500 years or so.
So, eternal damnation and be molested by a she-demon every 500 years and live in squalor and poverty in the meantime.
Do you want the job? It's yours if you want it.
Okay, I guess I'll go ahead and take the job. Heck, in this economy, I'm just glad to have a job.
Hey, if you like the show, be sure to smash that like button. And if you really like it, be sure to subscribe. And if you really, really, really like it, please consider becoming a Patreon supporter. You can do it for as little as $1 a month. $1 a month. You'll never miss it. Trust me. Bye for now. See you next time.